Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Mrs. Greenthumb and I'm excited to bring you a brand new Monarch Butterfly today. So just waiting on the name, guys. If nobody appears to come in here, then I will name them after my family members. That's what I do. And I come on when they're born. When I wake up, if they're born, I come on. And if they're born later on in the afternoon, I will come on. And if they're born later on at night and I'm up, whenever I see they're born, I will come on and do a live stream. So no warning for me. Who are you? Who are you? Pork Garden. Who are you? Welcome to my channel, and you are the first one to come into my live stream. Do you have a name for this butterfly? Would you like me to release? You're the first one on my channel today when I live stream, and I think you've been to my channel before. And what would you like the name to be of the butterfly? Do you have a name for me to release it under? Because that's how it goes. First one into my channel when I live stream, when I have a new butterfly, the butterfly's name is after them. So what would you like me to name the butterfly? And I'll just wait on that. If you want to give it away, you don't want a name, it's fine. I'll take the next person that comes in. I subbed up, I think, a name. You want Pebbles. I subbed up, I think, a name, Pebbles. You want Pebbles. All right. You got Pebbles. Hang on a minute. Let me switch. I'll edit, and you're going to see Pebbles right in here. Right where the question marks are. We are going to show you Pebbles. All right. P-E-B-B-L-E-S. Pebbles. There we go. And let me show you what Pebbles looks like. This is the video of Pebbles. Well, I gotta rename her too, but here we go. Alright, rename. We have Pebbles.
I did forget you.
There you go. Well, you have Pebbles, and I'm gonna put the name Pebbles. P-E-B-B-L-E-S. All right, there you go. Congratulations that you are the first one on my channel, and you have one named after Pebbles, and that's your little one that I will release under that name. Pretty cute, eh? Just gotta wait till she dries up, and then I move her over, and then I wait till she's healthy, and then I can release her, and she goes out. I keep an eye on them. If they don't fly that hard, and I get them, I'll bring them back until they have enough energy to fly away. But I take care of them. I don't just let them go. Cheers, love it, really like it. That's cool. That is cool. Just think of the process of these little tiny little things right here. You have that all started from a tiny 8-leg egg on a buttermilk. Why am I ever tired? They're common milkweed. So they were eggs like so kind of you. Nature is key. Yeah, you're very welcome. And it all started out with an egg that I found eggs on my milkweed. Right? That's how the process starts. Then we go to all the containers and I bring the milkweed in and keep them in until the eggs hatch. And so I'm going to show you all the process that this little butterfly went through before it was born for today to release. So it starts out tiny like a little egg, and then it hatches. And then I show you different sizes because they got to stay together for sizes, because actually if they're too tiny, that's the beginning, yeah? If they're too tiny, like that small one, a bigger one could eat it. So bigger ones don't know. They just chomp down and eat when they get hungry before they go into a chrysalis. So I have to separate the containers for safety for the little tiny ones. So each one has a different stage. And as they get closer in size, then they can be in the same section. But they can't be until they're the same size, or they have to be done a different batch. There you go. See, I have all those names I started out with. And now I've released one under Bruce and Naya, Peyton, Josh, Gary, Christine, Larry, Nikki, Christopher, Dan, Kathleen, Peaches, Sorry, no peaches. I take that. Kathleen, Helen, Larry, and Pebbles. So there you go. You are amongst the beautiful little creatures. I've released 14 in total, and I have actually 15 because I have one named Marigold that her wings were damaged. So I keep them alive until I let them have a happy life until they pass away. That's what I do. I keep them, I feed them and, give them flowers and let them exercise, 3 times a day or more. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep things that are not in good shape. You still got to keep them. So, and then I have, there it is. There's all the chrysalids. And once they go into, they're bigger, I'll bring them into my outdoors in the garage because it's closer to nature outside. So I put them out in the garage because the weather conditions have to, if it's hot, if it's humid, they have to know that. So they got to stay outside. So that's what you've seen. They went there. Just showing you all the stages of your pebbles there. What's going on. That one was marigold. They look healthy, happy, and calm. I'm a Virgo star sign. Oh, Virgo's a nice sign. I don't know a whole lot about Virgo, but I think it's one of the nicer signs. You're a good one. I'm a Libra. If that helps you out. I got Libra. I balance things out like a scale. See, these are really cool. I'm going to show you different sets. Hey, David. Where are you? Where you been? You got to come in here. You got to come sooner, David. I want to release a butterfly under your name. But you got to be the first one here. Earth and Love. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a nice one. You got to be the first one here, David. Yeah. Yes, I get on with Libra. Do you get along with Libra? Good. I'm glad. Libra's supposed to be an easygoing sign. Hi, Dwayne. Hi, guys. Because then I could release a butterfly under your name, David. You gotta come. You gotta be the first one in here when I come on to do a live stream. And then I released the butterfly under your name, or whatever name you pick. So, Pork Garden got here first and picked the name Pebbles. Dwayne, you too, Dwayne. I know you can't help it. I'd love to release under you guys. That's the deal I made. The first one to come into my channel that hasn't had a butterfly released when I come on, the butterfly's named. If I released one already for you, then it goes to the second person that comes on my channel. But that's what I love. But I like people coming back. I mean, it seems to me as soon as I release one, I don't see the people after. But it is what it is. Yeah, David, I would love it. I can't tell you. There's another one due pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be due today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I can't predict it, but I can show you what they look like when I know they're getting ready to within so many hours. Let's see. There's a dirt one. I wanted to show you dirt. So, let's see. There's one of the ones I did, and every time I did one, it shows you, this is it? I don't know. I'm going to see, because I'm trying to find all my footage. I've filmed every single butterfly when I come on here, so I lost track of which film to look at that shows different things. But there is another one coming in this. That would mean I did a batch of 9. They were all done. This has one more batch of the 7. And then there's going to be another 6 after that. But the 6 has a time because they normally hatch from a chrysalid between 9 and 11 days. It's very cool. Oh, there's a one where it shows that. Let's see what I got here. I think it's Peyton is the one that it shows. Let's see, Peyton and Joss. Let's see if that's... No, that's releasing. Is this one? There we go. See, there you go. Pork Garden. Right here, look. There it is. That's one. That was when Josh was being born. And we got some footage on it. We tried to get good footage, but that's what they look like when they get out of the chrysalid. And that's how we know that the chrysalid turns really a dark black and orange. So we know it's ready for being born because it's... But you know what amazes me? Every time I see it, what amazes me is that small little crystal and a beautiful butterfly comes out of it, like squished inside that tiny little, you know, it reminds me of the future, you know, a little capsule, a tiny little capsule, and then this creature comes out and blooms into a beautiful thing. Oh my God, that is epic. I've never seen them come out. Cheers. Oh, yeah, that's the best I could do. We try to catch it, but when they come out really fast, and you'd have to have a lot of footage to just film it for, hours. You have to film it for hours to get it actually coming out and putting in the speed of it. So it's a little bit of work to try to do that. But this is good. At least I have this footage, which is cool. So that's what the process of the pebbles I've been to, like I showed you, from finding it from milkweed. There you go. You can talk to. So yeah, from making laying milkweed eggs and developing into a caterpillar, from a caterpillar developing to a chrysalid or a pupus, and then from being hatched, it goes through a lot of processes. Poor little thing. When you think about and why we're doing it is because that whole time it has enemies that could eat it at any point in time. Even a spider could go in to the chrysalid and actually kill it. They look big, so those were the lot you put together that was big. They're all the same. They're pretty well all the same size. We had one that was big. The biggest one was Bruce, but pretty well they all come out the same size. They look identical in markings except for the boys and girls. The boys have two markings at the back, and that's the only difference. They're more commonly the same size. Like there's Josh. Okay, watch. I'll show you. I'll show you all of them, a quick version of all the ones I've released. And if you look, they're pretty well all the same size. So I have, I should have, Bruce was the first one, the biggest one. So I'll show you. This is Bruce. So he was the biggest, but I know he was the biggest butterfly, but they're pretty well close in size, except he was the only one that we noticed was big. So we thought maybe that would make a difference. Maybe the sex was the size of the caterpillar and it became a big butterfly. Makes it a boy, and it was a boy. But then I had boys since, and they were all about the same size as the girls. Yeah, they don't change in size once they're born. That's their size. So that's Bruce, and then I'll show you. Here's Naya, and we got. I'm just gonna there's Peyton. It's gonna go up there in a minute. Is Peyton got the crystal? There you go. There you go. See the dark black? That's what I was trying to find. That dark black crystal is just ready to be hatched. That's what it looks like. They come really dark, and then they're ready to be born. That's how we know. So many hours after that, then they're going to come out. But you have to allow 9 to 11 days for this. And I'm learning because it used to be an average 11, but I had one come out after 9 days when it chrysalids. So it's kind of cool, right? Peyton and Josh, that's when I was releasing them. They didn't want to go, so I bring them back in. I get them like excited, and then they finally go. Yeah, and there's Christine and Larry. Let's see, where are they? I'll show you in a minute. This is a good one too, because it's showing you the different stages. Well, there's a spider. I was trying to tell my husband, get that spider out of there, because they're actually dangerous for chrysalids. They could actually go in there and they can go right in and hurt the butterfly. A spider can, so you have to be careful with spiders too. And that's one's jaying and one's starting to go into, they jay before they go into a chrysalid. And it's going to bring it over to the other side. There's all my milkweed. People have different ways of doing it. I just kind of wrap paper towel around the bottom of them to keep them moist as long as possible. You can see it chomping away. They eat a lot. And there they are over here. I bring it to the other cage where I kind of let them dry out before I release them. And should be right in the air. There's Marigold, which that's the one I'm keeping. I've had her for weeks now. And there they are. That's Christine and Larry. So you see they look kind of about the same size. Then I give you Nikki. There's another one. That's Nikki. They're helpful at eating smaller things, but around butterflies, you got to get rid of them. So I don't normally think we were killing them. We were more like getting them out of there, because they got to get out of there. They're dangerous for this. And you can see all the stages that they can be affected at any point in time. From an egg, they could be eaten at an egg. They can be eaten as a caterpillar. And then when they go into a chrysalis, spiders can get into it and they can be killed by that way too. So, and it takes all this time, weeks, to get to a butterfly stage that they have to be protected because at any point in time, they have a lot of predators going after them. This is the one where I actually released one. So see,
There it is.
that's about your size. They're all about that size. They look like that. And if it was a boy, they would have 2 dots.
I thought that was the male. It's not. It's the female. I don't think she's ready to go.
Yeah, no, they're drying out. When I first,
go.
they have to dry out. I don't release them for at least after 4 hours or more because I got to make sure their wings are dry. They would do that on a tree naturally if they were born outside. They'd have to dry their wings outside. They'd hang on a tree for hours, and when they got the energy, then they'll eventually fly away. So,
Well,
so
that's the male.
sexy.
He's a little bit scared.
Uh-oh.
There's the big dude down here.
No, it's him. It's right here. There you go. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye.
And then we have Christopher.
There.
This one's Christopher. These were named after my nephew that passed away. That's Christopher. See, about the same size as the one that's Pebbles. They're pretty well the same. The only one I noticed this year was Bruce was the biggest one, and it's rarely that happens. They're normally around the same size. They're not like tiny. They're actually quite big. When you look at the size of them coming out and that little chrysalid, they're all squished inside of that. That's pretty amazing as far as I'm concerned, how big they are. It always amazes me. I never get sick of this. Never. They are like birds in that they fly along. Yeah, they can, Dwayne, but a couple of them, right at first, if I send them out too soon, I have to bring them back. I watch them. I make sure they can fly all right in the cage, and it looks like they're kind of wild, and then I let them go. But I did have an issue with a couple of them. I brought them back in. I let them relax, and sometimes I feed some of them if they don't have the energy, and then they seem to be okay the second time. Because I brought one, Kathleen, that I just had the other day, didn't have the energy to fly. I only flew into my neighbor's section here, and so I brought it back. Then it flew again into my neighbor. I knew it didn't have the energy. I brought it back. I let it rest it for a little bit. I fed it, let it rest, and then I brought it back out, and then it flew pretty nicely. Yeah. Metamorphosis is quite a mystery to mankind. Absolutely. I love it. I don't get sick of this at all. That's why I do it. I can't count on how many I'll have next year because it's hard. But I will not do it unless I have a food source. That's another thing. I don't ever recommend. I used to recommend people, trying to do this. But if you don't have a food source, that's useless raising monarchs because you need to feed them or they're going to die. So my thing this year is about kind of making sure that you set out to grow milkweed. Get milkweed. Get the food source out first. The butterflies will find the food source to lay their eggs on it. That's not a monarch food source. It's the eggs. For cannabis plants, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So this is the one that you deal with if you have any issues with the crystalline. See, that's what I do every day. I have to feed her every day. And I try to feed her. Sometimes it's hard to feed her. She doesn't want to eat, but that's marigold, and you'll see her wings. So this is what I do every day for about 3 times a day. I feed her. I try to feed her. Sometimes she doesn't want to eat, but I try to feed her. Once I let her feel the honey syrup. It's honey and water that I do. I dilute it. If I do a tablespoon of honey, then I do 6 tablespoons of water. And it's diluted, and this seems to work way better, and it's safer. The first year I did it when I didn't know what I was doing, I was giving them sugar water. That was giving them actually a high buzz, and it wasn't good for them. So I don't feed them sugar water anymore. That was only the first year I did it, and then after that I started switching to honey. So I've been doing honey for the last 3 years. And see, I'm showing you how she's eating. And I'm showing you the wing because she can't fly that good of a distance. So she has to stay with me because it's too dangerous for her. She kind of has a bad leg. She was missing an antenna, and her her right wing is not in good shape. So then I'll take her, and I exercise her on my screen on my garage. And she likes it. She climbs up there, flops her wings. I was looking at my hands. I was doing some crafting. My hands were all dirty. I was making homemade paper, and I had some stuff on my fingers that day. See, and then I just shove her up there on the screen, and she just flops her wings and climbs, and there's her exercise for the day. Yeah, I didn't have natural, but yes, you should use natural honey to feed them. The best honey you can get would be good for them, and then just water it down with water. And then we have just recently, this is Dan and Kathleen. They're born. There's one. I don't know. Dan is in the yeah. I move them over. So that's Kathleen, which was a boy butterfly, by the way. And then you got Dan, I think, in the other one. So next year I will do even something bigger. I want to get a bigger, they're called clouds, but I call them butterfly cages because they're all soft and plastic, and if they fall or hurt, they can't hurt themselves pretty well unless you have sticks or whatever inside of them. And I want to get a bigger one, and I want to put like maybe a plant. My neighbor does a plant, and that seems to look pretty cool. She just puts a whole plant of milkweed, and it works good. There you go. So there's Dan and Kathleen, and Marigold's in there too. You'll see Marigold every time I put one in here and I film her. She's in there too. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, and then we have, yesterday was Helen and Larry. Here you go. See how they're drying their wings? That's what they do. There's no warning. They're just drying their wings. But they get a little bossy. As a caterpillar, they get bossy a little bit. Where if somebody has a good spot, they actually will go after that spot sometimes, and they kind of want to move that one out of the way that's there already because they want that spot. So they get a little bit funky with each other when they're trying to find a spot to crystallize into.
Can't tell.
So, and I can't show you right now, but it'll have two dots. If it's a boy, it has two dots, and the only way you can see the two dots is on the back of the wings. That's the only way you can tell it's a boy, with two dots. And obviously, the size of a caterpillar doesn't make a difference because it's going to become pretty well the same size. It's rare that it's a bigger one like Bruce. And boys and girls look about the same size, most of them, that all the ones I've had. And I had quite a few boys. I was hoping for a boy this year, and I got quite a few boys. And now I'm hoping for this. I would love to see a white monarch. That would be cool to have for maybe next year. If I don't see it, it's fine. But it'd be kind of cool to get that out. Bless you. Blessed to you and butterflies, chat. Thank you. That's very sweet. So that's what that looks like. The white butterfly. David, are you gone? It must be you. Is it Pork Garden, Dwayne? That's it, right, with me? I think David comes in for a little bit and then leaves. And then we have Pebbles. There we go. Pebbles born today. I'm just... Okay, bye. Have a good day. Thank you for coming.
I did forget you.
And I will release Pebbles sometime today. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. Well, who's out there? Just me and you, Dwayne? It's probably because it's 8:28 in the morning, and that's probably, I'm on too early, but it is what it is. I'm coming on and doing it while they're ready to come out. And then there's another one coming out soon. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be out today or tomorrow, but if the other one comes out today, then I'll be back on when it's born. Hi, sweet Velvet. How are you, darling? How are you, darling? Are you just in the background? I don't know if Dwayne's still here or is it just you, Velvet? I don't know. And thank you. I see you helping me out. I haven't been on. Yeah, I'm not bad. Just keeping busy with the garden stuff and the butterflies. I've released, well, today, after Pebbles, it'll be 14 butterflies. Well, thanks, Dwayne. I'll be releasing, this will be 14 butterflies today when I release Pebbles. So I've set, 14 released, and I have marigolds, so that's 15 butterflies this year. And I have sitting outside still 7 more. But the set of 6 are going to be released a little later. I can, because they were the first one that Crystal. It wasn't until the 12th, so I allow about 10 days before I know the next batch is going to be hatching. But the other one, it was a set of 7, and that should be hatching pretty soon. It might be tonight, might be tomorrow. Yeah. After Granny died, I didn't have too joy of it.
I did forget you.
Oh, you gave up on your gardening? Oh, sorry to hear that your grandma died. Oh, so you stopped gardening this year because you lost your grandma. Well, I get it. You go through times like that, and sorry to hear that. Velvet's truly sorry to hear that. It's not fun losing anybody, but if I can one day cheer you up to garden and show your garden stuff, I would be there for you. Oh, she was killed in a wreck. You talking about a car crash? I am very sorry to hear that. And God bless, and I hope you feel better. There's always more positive things at the end. Sometimes we go through awfully hard things, but there's always, you got to look for hope. And, Velvet, you got to look for hope. You can't just dwell on the bad stuff, even though you lost her. And I feel bad, and I'm really sorry for that. But I guess I want to say you have to deal with it, and life goes on, and you have 2 choices. You either have to, be depressed all the time about it, or know that she's gone to heaven and that you're going to live the best life you can, is what I'm saying for you. But anyways, yeah. Well, that's good. Well, that's good that your aunt's okay. Yeah, I know it's hard, Velvet. I don't want to say it's not hard. It is. It's hard losing somebody, but if you dwell on it, it's not a good thing. You have to deal with it, go through it, and then, yeah. Oh, no, can't be upset. We got to live your life is what I'm trying to say, Velvet. I've lost lots of people. My sister, my nephew, many people. It's not been easy, but then I don't stay sad all the time. I go through it. You do your mourning, and then you move on, and you got to do that. Otherwise, it's going to be an awful long life for you if that's all you're going to do is be sad all the time. And I'm sure anybody that leaves doesn't want you to be sad. I've said that tons of times. My sister doesn't want me to be suffering and to be depressed, or my nephew, or my brother-in-law, or different people. That's what I'll say. So I'm not here to depress anybody. I'm here to, encourage and protect the butterflies right now. That's kind of what my live stream's about. That's cute.
I did forget you.
Well, that's cute, Velvet. Very sweet. Very sweet. And funny. Well, I think I'm going to skedaddle because I only stay on for half an hour if it's really slow. And if it's a little bit busy, I'll stay on for an hour. But I think I'm going to let everybody go and thank everybody for coming. But I'm going to go start my day off, have a cup of coffee, and I got some cleaning to do, and go check on my garden because I haven't for the last 2 days because there was a bad storms. So I have to go see what's going on there. So, Velvet, thank you for Heyday, for keeping in touch in Heyday, And thanks for coming, and God bless you and protect your family, and I hope you feel better. Well, that's very well said. I would do the same thing if anything happens to me. I expect people to go on and enjoy life. So I am going to leave you on that note. Velvet, I would love for you to, well, if you can, check in to see if you're the first one on the channel. I'm releasing butterflies under your name or whoever's name you want me to release it under. First one that comes into the channel the day one's born. So if you happen to see me on, come on in and see if I can get a butterfly named after you. That's my thing. First one when I do a live stream that comes in, I will name a butterfly after whatever your name of your channel or your name for somebody else, whatever you want me to release it under. So the next one's coming. I don't know. It could be born today. It could be born tomorrow. You done did, Christine. Yeah, you can do another one. It doesn't matter. I have 2 Larrys that were released. Velvet. It doesn't matter if I release another Christine. That's my sister's name. But if I do it again, you can release another Christine again. I just released a Larry again, and I've already released Larry already for my brother-in-law. I released Larry, and then somebody yesterday for their father, they released it. Oh, Christine, yeah, well, there you go. You can, Velvet, if you come back, you can release it under your granny's name, whoever you want. It's fine. Oh, wow, my dad and brother are Larrys. Well, it doesn't matter if I release 3 Larrys. It's released under your name because you came in first. It's just kind of how I'm doing it. So that's what I would say. You pick whatever name you want to release one under if you're the first one in here. If not, it's fine too. No pressure. It's just that's what I'm here for. If you want to come and happen to be you're the first one in here, you need to do Cheryl. Whatever you want to do, Miss Velvet. Whatever name you want to release. If you're here first, you have got it. You have got it, Toyota. So, anyways, on that note. I'm going to thank everybody for coming. And, well, hello, Caroline. I guess I'm going to say hello to you. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? I'll chat for a bit before I rush out the door because I normally stay on for about a half an hour if it's slow. And if it gets a little busier, I'll stay for an hour. But anyways, and if Carolyn, if you're not aware... now you are really getting this butter. Yeah, it took 4 years. I'm still not perfect at it, but hey, I am definitely getting there. I don't think I'll be ever expert. I hate using that word expert because people make mistakes, but I will definitely get into this even more next year. That'll be 5 years I've been doing this. So all I'm saying is when I do a live stream, if you're the first one in my live stream when I go live, you can have a butterfly released under your name. I have released, today will be 14. Pebbles is the new one for today. And if there's one born this afternoon, I'll be back on. If there's one born tomorrow, I'll be back on. If there's one born next week, I'll be back on. I have 7 right now, and I have a little one and 2 little ones that have several weeks to go before they get to this stage. But that's what I got. So I got plenty more. Plenty more on here. Was it really cool? Yeah.
I didn't forget you.
Well, I'm happy. I don't want an exhibition, but I just let them go, along with my neighbor who's been letting them go. So we're together. I know 3 people, 4 in total that are doing this. So I think the 4 of us have released quite a few butterflies this year, which is fabulous. You know, my neighbor who got me into it, her granddaughter got her into it. So that's 3 of us. And then I met somebody recently when I had to go buy some, I went and bought some milkweed for my garden for the butterflies, and he raises them too. So and I saw he had quite a few too. So it's kind of cool knowing 4 of us are raising quite a few of them here. And locally they have, I think they have some kind of thing that a whole section that raises them, like some kind of community locally where I live. They have some kind of, I don't know, some kind of club or something. I'm not into it, but some kind of club to do with the butterflies. So, oh, did you leave Velvet too? Is there anybody still here? Shall I sign off? I just don't want to talk to myself too long. So I think I'm gonna, the local science museum sells kits for children to raise them here. I don't know if I like that idea. I probably don't like that idea because they're just doing it for a profit, and that's different. I don't make any money by doing this. If anything, it costs me money to do this. So I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of a science museum making money for kits to show kids how to do it. And if the kids don't do it quite right, you can actually injure butterflies. And yeah, I don't know. Kids would love it, Dwayne, but you have to know what you're doing. I think kids, it's good to show them, but I mean, really, you're not given a care about the actual how they're doing it. If they're not careful, they can actually kill butterflies or do something wrong with it. So they have to know what they're doing. I mean, you should really be watching a child do this, not just letting a child do it on their own and think there's not going to be an issue with it, because there will. Just saying. But my friend's granddaughter has raised lots of them, and obviously I watch her. She's very picky with how they do. A biology teacher could teach them about it. Well, I know. I'm just saying that they should be careful with it. Yeah. Well, I hope so. I don't think this is... It's good to get kids to know about it. I agree with that. But I just am careful with it. You know, I don't think kids think the same way. You have to have a lot of patience with it. You have to have a lot of patience doing this. It takes weeks to do it. And kids don't have a lot of patience sometimes. I mean, I showed you the process it goes through. It is weeks. It's not just a day. It's like raising a child, and you have to have a lot of patience with it. So that's my thought on that. But my neighbor's granddaughter is very good with them. I watch how she does things, and the way she moves them, the way she feeds them, she's very good with them. And she's 10. So I think it's cool. If they're raised right and people are watching them and they're good with them, then I think that's a good idea. Ooh, I lost it. So I guess I'd say that. And now it says I'm talking to myself. Is anybody still out there, or do you guys leave the building? Because it says there's nobody in my channel right now. So I'm not going to stand here and talk to myself. So I'm going to get out of here. So you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, wait a minute. I got to switch my thumbnail. Because it says I'm talking to myself. There we go. Coffee is amazing. So if anybody is listening to me, and I haven't made up my mind yet for next year, but you know how they have it where you can mark it, the migration? There's a kit that you can get that you join, and they send it to you free, and you put a sticker with a code on it. So they'd like to test through that, the migration, how with the Monarch Butterflies. So there is a thing where you can join and mark the butterflies. And I don't know if I'm going to do that or not yet. I haven't decided. All right, we're going to do Pebbles. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if am I still on YouTube. And did I change my thumbnail? Nope, still I gotta switch that one before I get off. Hey, hen kid. No, that's alright, hen kid. It's okay. I'm staying on for a couple minutes until my thumbnail switches over. It's alright. I get that YouTube doesn't throw this out very well and people only see it when they see it. It's all good. But hen kid, if you remember, I'm sitting there releasing butterflies, and the first one that comes to my channel when I do a live stream will get the butterfly named after them or whatever name they choose for that butterfly. So it's all good. I realize I'm on early 8:44. A lot of people aren't even up yet. But I kind of come on. There might be another one born. We're keeping an eye on it. Maybe today or tomorrow. So I'll probably be back on soon. Soon I will be back on, and then I have another set of 6 after that one. The next one should be born within a day or so, and then the next 6. What's the date today? The 14th. I don't expect them for a little bit longer than that. 14th. Let me see. The 12th, 22nd. I don't know, I could be off, but it's between 9 and 10 days, and that set went in later. Hello, Faithy, darling, hello. Well, hello, and how are you? I didn't even know you're still on live streaming anymore. That's really awesome, the butterfly is pretty. Oh, thanks. And so that's what my thing is, to release the first person that shows up to my live streams. I'll release a butterfly under your name. I have released 14 now, counting today Pebbles. So I name it after you, whatever name you want to give me. If you want to name it under your own channel, you want to name it under your own name, you want to name it under somebody that passed away, whatever personal thing you have, that's how I'm doing it now. So Faithy, I hope you're well. It's been ages since I seen you. So how is life treating you, and how's your husband? How's the family? And are you still on the air? Because I haven't seen you in ages. I don't even think we're connected anymore. That's how long it's been. I don't see anything with you live streaming or anything. So what's going on with you? I'm fine, thank you very much. I've been off for a while, but I started being... Oh, okay. So it's not me. You haven't been around for a while. All right. Well, welcome back if that's what you plan on doing, coming back for a while and doing things. I'm still hanging there. I've been hanging now for 3 years now. I've been hanging here around for YouTube, and I still come on. I don't come on as much, live streaming as much. I release a video on Fridays, if I'm going to release one, which I've been busy with the butterflies. Oh, that's great to hear. I'm releasing the butterfly, so this is my thing. It's been my live streams. As soon as a butterfly is born, I come on, bam, and then I'm off within about an hour. And then later on I'll be talking garden talk again. So I've been doing a lot of gardening stuff. I've been extremely busy. Yeah, me too. Extremely busy. So I will, like I said, I will be doing my videos on Fridays, which I've been for a long time. If I'm going to do some kind of garden video, that'll be coming up on Fridays. Or live streaming about gardening, that's going to come after I do all the stuff with the butterflies. The minute I'm done butterflies, then it's garden time. So, yes, that's what I'll say. I will tell you that it depends on what time I come on, that my channel is busy or not busy, but I still do. The butterfly one, I don't really care if I'm busy or not. I'm just getting the word out about Monarch Butterflies. And if anybody knows me for a long time, I've been doing this for 4 years. And I repeat that a lot because new people or people that haven't been coming in for a while don't know that about me. This channel started out with me raising butterflies. Like I started the first year, I started 4 years ago. Actually, that channel, yeah. This channel's 4 years old. It's not 3, it's 4 years old, my channel. Because the very first video I did was on monarchs. And then I get into the garden side of it. and I did other things along the way, but now I'm strictly, Monarch's going to become my thing I'm going to do every year in the spring, summer, and then the garden talk is what I mainly talk about throughout the rest of the year when I'm doing videos and that. All right, Faithy. Well, it's a lot of work doing YouTube, I'll tell you that much, and the benefits of financial benefits suck. So I don't make really money off of this. So it's a good thing I do it for a cause. The butterflies for sure, and gardening too. Good morning, Susan. Did you get my notice, or did you have a hard time with my notice? Did you get the notice there, Susan? Oh, wow, you were off for a long time. Wow. It's okay, sometimes I take a break too, but, oh, thanks, Hen Kid. I hang out. It's, sometimes it gets annoying being on here, but other times I come back. But the butterfly is a big issue with me, so I like coming on. I definitely like spreading the word on a Monarch Butterfly. Though I could have, I have 2 people here, 4 people here, I still come on. I hate to say it gets discouraging being on for 4 years and you can't build up the amount of people coming to your channel. But on the other hand, and the reason is, the more people you get, the more you can spread a good word out. That's what I think. The more people I get out, the more I can educate people on Monarch Butterflies and the garden situation too. Oh, it just came on, so okay, well, thanks, Susan. Thanks very much. And I am having coffee, and, yeah. So, like I said, I expect to be back, maybe, there's no for sureness, but I think there's another one going to be born either today or tomorrow, maybe. Because there's one very close, it's soon to be born again, so I might be coming back on. I know, but now I am back for good. My life has been very busy during the time I was... Yeah, I get it, Faithy. It's okay. My life's busy, too. YouTube is not my main part of my life. I have a big, busy life, and YouTube's just a part of it when I can make the time for it now. I used to spend a lot of time on here and thought I would get somewhere, and I'm kind of stuck in a hole. And so I'm here when I can be here, and if not, I'm not worried about it anymore. It's just the way it is. Because sometimes, like I said, sometimes it gets discouraging being here and you have 2 people come to your live stream or you're on, or you have 4 people watch your videos. It's very discouraging at times when people can do really garbage videos and they get 1 million views. And I always get annoyed by that when I see really bad videos getting tons of views and you're trying to educate people and learn and you get nothing. I mean, I don't owe it. I'm not mad at people. I kind of get annoyed with YouTube at times for this stuff. But anyways, I'm going to get off of that because I get started, I won't be able to stop. So, anyways. It's like today, I don't think this when I come on, I don't even think my, it gets shared out that people even know I'm on half the time. But anyways, so I'm going to tell you this much. I really appreciate everybody for stopping in, but I am out of here. I've been on for almost an hour. Well, thanks, Faithy. I am a very loyal person. As long as I'm active, you will definitely see me more often. Well, thank you very much. I always like my, to be honest with you, I like my videos more supported than my, if you leave something on a video, if you leave something on the video on my Fridays, I release them only on Fridays, and I haven't for a while because I'm really into the butterflies right now. But if you release something on my video and you have an active channel, I'll get back to you. Don't count on the live streams. That's totally different. But if I do a video and you kind of leave me a comment and you're an active channel, I will go back to your channel through my videos. That's how I do it. Live stream is totally different. I just come on, people here. If you're not here, it's just what it is. I'm just trying to put out the educational videos on the butterflies right now, or gardening, That's what I'd say. You know, so I support back, but I support back on videos more than live streaming. I'm not, I only have so much time during the day to go, and so many people have live streams, and I can't, I go visit, but I can't stay there because I got to do other things. Just like here, I got things to do, and I want to get off in about an hour. That is plenty for me. Where I used to take hours and hours of live streaming, just an hour is plenty for me. Yeah, it's okay, Faithy. I tell that to everybody. If you want me to go back to your channel, leave me comments on my videos, and I will go. If you have a video, I'll go watch your video too. That's how I pay people back for coming to watching my stuff. But I really wish I could connect with more gardeners and stuff. I like people that like my stuff, not just to come just to do that. I want people to be encouraged and do this stuff. Thank you, Hen Kid. I enjoy that. I really like talking and educating people. I have since I started this channel. This channel is really about educating how to garden. And trust me, I've learned for 4 years, and I started gardening when I was younger with my father growing up. So I've been around in the garden world for a while. No, I'm not an expert. I learn from others too, but I've learned a lot that I could pass on whatever I know about gardening. I have tons of videos to edit and put up here. I just haven't had the time. I'm devoting it to the butterflies. Until then, because some of the stuff I'm doing for the gardening I've turned out really good. I'm actually really getting into container gardening. Is one of the things that I noticed people on my particular channel like. For me, not everybody can do that. It's just something for my channel. People seem to like the container gardening, and I was trying to do that for people living in apartments with small areas. If you don't have a big yard, that you could still have a garden and have things growing. And so I have really picked up on the container side of this because I wanted to show people if you live in an apartment, a small rural area, have no yard, you can still have different things. So right now I have videos that have not been edited. Oh, thanks, Susan. I have things that, Susan, I've been really enjoying working with the 5-gallon bucket. Wait until you see it. I'm going to show you, my videos are longer, so they're taking me longer because I'm showing you actually to take from a seed and grow it. Hey, Jess, good morning, darling. To take it from a seed and grow it all the way to a plant takes me a lot longer, which I've said. And right now, I can't wait to show you. I've done Dapino peppers in a 5-gallon container. I have done these particular beans that are looking amazing in the container. And I have tomatoes in a container, tiny ones. So it's going to be fun showing you all those container ones. The carrots went crappy, and bags, there's certain things you're doing are terrible. Thanks, Faithy. I appreciate that. I get discouraged, 4 years of doing this, and I'm just telling you, I don't want to keep going on the part, but 4 years of constantly doing this, constantly doing videos, constantly doing live streams, and still hanging here at the same area where I was 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It kind of gets discouraging, but then you pass through this and stop feeling sorry for yourself and say, forget it. Just get what you got. You're here on the earth here to get things out, put some knowledge out there. So that's what I do. That's what keeps me going doing YouTube, is the fact of all the things I learn. I want to put it out on my channel. That's it. It's incredible that I've learned a lot this year on the Monarch Butterflies. And gardening, every year I learn, oh my God, I grow different things, and I just learn how to improve gardening for myself, and hopefully it can help you guys. Like I was talking about my peach tree, and I was so happy this year that I ended up with a lot of good peaches, and found out what leaf curl was on my tree, found out the bug that's bugging my tree, just a different kind of gourd I'm growing, which are really cool looking, from a butterfly garden that I've extended like way beyond how it should be. It's going to be even bigger next year, at least 10 feet bigger. So yeah, I have a butterfly garden going on. I'm raising butterflies. I have container gardening through all kinds. I'm doing let me see what word I want to do. But anyways, I'm taking pieces and seeing if I can grow plants. So propagating plants from stems, which makes it easier for you guys. I can say, here it is. Here's a film. I'm showing you can do this one, and it's really cool. And so I have all that on the burner here going out in my backyard. I've showed lettuce and beans, and I have a potato section that I got. I did 2 raised beds. One's for potatoes, one's for tomatoes. One's got tomatoes and milkweed in it. And I'm going to do 2 more raised beds next year, like extend my butterfly garden next year. Grow new things that I've never grown before, which I love doing. Propagating more things to make it easier for you guys, instead of taking from a seed, where I've learned where there's plants that you can actually propagate and make more plants from, is way easier than taking it from a seed. So I've actually thought it would be easier to do that sometimes and show you. So I've been working on, like, for instance, my dahlias. Dahlias, I'm so happy to show you. I don't have a video on it, but I want to tell you I took a piece from it, and now I have a flower. It took me over 2.5 months to grow these plants from a stem, and now I have flowers on my plants. So to me, all that stuff, I don't know, if you're not a gardener, you're not going to find what I'm talking about exciting. But if you're a gardener, you'd find this exciting, that you can do certain things that you didn't know you could do. So, and I'm yapping more than I was supposed to yap. Jesse, anyways, today I'm going to release later on Pebbles. So the list of butterflies, all their names are started with my husband Bruce and Naya, Peyton, Josh, Gary, Christine, Larry, Nikki, Christopher, Dan, Kathleen from my channel. Kathleen, my friend, Kathleen Elliott. And then we have Helen, which we released yesterday for Jesse O. And was it Helen? Yeah. And then that was yesterday, Larry. And then today we're releasing Pebbles. Pebbles. So I think that it is a funny name, but hey, it's cute, and it's whatever the person wants to give me of the name. So we got Pebbles. I'm just waiting for tomorrow. Maybe someone's going to say Bam Bam. It's all good anyways. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm out of here. Thank you for coming, everybody. It's good seeing you, Faithy, darling. Susan, you can name it Bam Bam or whatever you want. Susan, you can do whatever you want. Name it whatever you want when you're the first one here for the live stream. I think it's cute. Pebbles is cute. So have a good day, guys. And like I said, looking forward to seeing you again in the next live stream. Could be tonight, this afternoon, or could be tomorrow morning or the next day. I know there's one coming very shortly. So I'll see you then. Have a fantastic day. Oh, that's okay, Jesse. I hate to say it to you. I get it. I get that you get no notification. All I can tell you is you got to kind of come to my channel. I know that's sad, but just check to see if my channel's live streaming. That's the only thing I can ask. It's a lot of work, I know. But if you go to the front of my channel, go to Mrs. Greenthumb, you can actually see that I'm live streaming from my channel. I know that they're really bad. And I can suggest another thing. If you... yeah, no problem. Have a good day. I can suggest that you unsub me and resub me and hit the bell. Hit the bell, and then you might get that. That's what I did. Oh, well, that's good, Jesse. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see you. I don't know. You're going to see me, like I told you, either tonight, tomorrow morning. Within a couple days, I'll be back for sure, because I know this one's ready to go. I'll have another butterfly soon. So have a wonderful day, guys, everybody. Be safe. God bless, and I'll see you soon.